So with the win, Carson is 7-2 on the year, so San Pedro. The difference is Carson is still unbeaten in the Marine League. Hey, it's game time. Redondo Union and Peninsula. You can hear the noise. It's going to be a full house here tonight. It's a Bay League opener, and Redondo Union, the team in red, is one of the best teams in Southern California. They're led by two guys in the same family, Adam and Andrew Zahn. So you're probably wondering, why don't you bust out a long stick, an ice hockey stick, and play field hockey? You won't have to be hunched over as far. Sure be an easier way to play field hockey. One problem, these things aren't allowed. You got to use this kind of stick. This is a field hockey stick. It's about half as long. The other problem is the back half is round. You're not allowed to use it. You have to use the front side, which is flat. Hi, and welcome to Fontana, where sports fans around the world the last couple of years have come to know this place for the glistening new racetrack, the California Speedway, that opened up in '97 on the grounds of the old Kaiser Steel Mill. But a long time before that, Fontana High was playing championship football at the highest levels in the southern section. A tall order tonight for the Steelers, though. Long Beach Poly, a champion 2 years ago in Division I and a finalist last year. Hey, football season is over. Soon the finals go next weekend. We'll be getting rid of the pigskin and moving on to basketball. The ball sure bounces a lot easier. And how about for the first highlights in this show? From basketball, we go with some South Bay neighbors, Bishop Montgomery and Miracosta. Hey, Brent, every September, us media types try to predict which teams will hoist the title trophies in December. Can't we just let them play the game? Well, hey, if you include the city section and 8-man ball, there's over 500 teams chasing titles in 17 different divisions. That means lots of games and plenty of stories unfolding. So here now, our 1999 Pigskin Review. Hey, Brent, it's a strange business. College football coaches, grown men making their living, convincing 17-year-old boys to come to their school. Their whole livelihood consists of how they do on this day.
That's my goals right now. It's making the Olympic team, winning a gold medal, and then being the best player in the world.
Wait a minute. World? 2 years ago, we were talking about tiny Tony Acevedo as a phenomenal 10th grader, scoring more goals than his opposing teams combined. Well, he's not so tiny anymore, maturing to a solid 6 feet and a rock-hard 190 pounds, and with the work ethic to match his given ability.
My schedule now is I'll lift for 2 hours in the morning, I go to school, I come back, I work out with the high school team for 2 hours, I swim for an hour and a half, and then I shoot for an hour.
So if Tony missed the first 2 weeks of his senior year here at Long Beach Wilson High, he had a good reason. He was playing for his country on the U.S. national team at the World Championships in Australia.
All of a sudden you realize, wow, I'm going to compete for that. You know, I'm hopefully this is what my dream is.
At 17, he's the youngest player in U.S. national team history, getting everyone's attention on the world stage, netting 5 goals and 9 assists in 5 games down under, helping the U.S. place 6th. Earlier in the summer, he led the U.S. to a gold medal at the Pan American Games. And now he's home playing high school polo for Wilson, where he scored 402 goals his first 3 years.
Instead of me playing against some 6'5" Russian, 280-pound Russian, I'm playing against some 6 foot, 160-pound high school guy.
He does things high school kids do, we have fun, we hang out, and he's like anybody else. I mean, he's just a great water polo player.
His mind for the game is exceptional. This comes from being around a great coach like his father.
That would be Rick Acevedo, a longtime national team assistant and the coach at Wilson the last 9 years before taking over at Long Beach State this fall. Rick played for Brazil at the '76 Olympics. If Tony maintains family tradition and makes the 2000 U.S. team, he'll be a 5th-generation Olympian.
It would be like a 17-year-old not only playing on the NBA, but starting at the All-Star team in the NBA game.
Almost like Kobe Bryant, a Laker rookie at 17 and an All-Star starter at 20. And like Kobe, Tony's a marvelous student. His 3.8 GPA makes him admission-friendly just about everywhere.
In his writing, he thinks critically. You can tell that he's a young man and he's matured because he's not just a shallow thinker. He thinks about real issues, real world concerns.
And now Rick's in the strange position of recruiting Tony to Long Beach State as other college coaches try to convince Tony to come to their school.
As a parent, because that's what I am at this point, is you better come and tell me what your institution can do for him academically.
But Tony's still a long way from a decision, enjoying the game and his worldwide adventures.
That's the one joy of playing with the national team. We get to travel a lot. And when I'm not playing, I'm trying to visit, the Acropolis in Greece and the Louvre in France.
It's not often that student athletes can leave high school with a championship in all 4 years of varsity competition. But Wilson's seniors, who were freshmen back in '96, have a chance because they won their first title back then. Then more of them contributed to the '97 crown. And then in '98, they three-peated. And that makes '99 a chance at a four-peat. So this extraordinary young man continues his senior year, trying to enjoy the ordinary things while remembering how he got near the top of the mountain.
A great player is not a great player anymore once he doesn't think he can learn anymore.
In Long Beach, I'm Jake Downey reporting. Welcome to Veterans Stadium in Long Beach. This is the home of the Los Alamitos Griffins. They've had a lot to make beautiful music about so far this year because they're 7-0 after 7 weeks. And on this night, hosting Fountain Valley, 4-3, and a lot tougher than that record sounds. This is the big game. Let's start in the first quarter. Los Alamitos leading 7-0 until Fountain Valley's Nadal Abdelmoudi, untouched, 64 yards to the goal line. He knows it from about the 30, and that ties the game at 7 apiece.